everybody. This is Celia Milton. I am the wedding officiant from North Jersey, and I'm here with Andrea Pertel, the wedding officiant from Middle and South Jersey. So we got you covered wherever you are. We have a wonderful, delicious. We're doing it again, Andrea. We have got somebody who's going to make us hungry before noon.
Yeah,
It's bad.
Yeah, I'm looking at our website.
I know. Signe Heffernan, who is the chef, woman, founder, owner, creator of the True Salvage Cafe in Maplewood, New Jersey, as she says, on the outskirts of Maple. Who knew Maplewood had outskirts? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting. But she's got this beautiful, adorable, sweet cafe, and there's some very interesting things about it, and I'm just going to let her talk about it. So tell us how you got into this gig and what's going on. You got some big changes going on there.
So my father actually established the cafe, not a food industry person, but I am. And he wanted to open a cafe. And I said, don't ask me for help. And about a month later, I was running it, and I've been there ever since. And I think it's been about 7 years now.
Wow,
That's great.
My husband now works there, so I don't have to work with my father every day.
I think that's kind of a toss-up, though.
My husband and I fight better than my father and I fight better. Okay. So, you know.
I like that. Yeah, different dynamics, right?
Very different. But now recently, in April, we switched over to 100% gluten-free establishment from our cafe menu, our tapas menu, and our private events. They're all gluten-free.
Yeah. I like that. I bet that's very popular. Yeah, because there are many people that cannot have gluten for whatever medical conditions, and then some that have that it's just better for them, whether it's celiac, thyroid, or it's just better. And quite often, I can't tell the difference. I really can't.
I don't think when you're looking at your menu, just a brief look at your menu, I didn't know that you had gone to all gluten-free until I went back to read your intro, and the menu just looks delicious. I mean, it doesn't look like any different than a menu anywhere else.
Yep. So we were famous for our breakfast sandwiches.
Yes.
Yes. Legendary.
And mac and cheese. And we still have our Taylor and mac and cheese, but now we make homemade biscuits, and you can get it in a wrap. And but we've moved a little bit further away to, you know, creating more wholesome food. And funny enough, our baked items, which I make every day, have been gluten-free for the past year because I wanted to see if anyone would notice, and nobody noticed.
See, yeah,
so
interesting.
We test run, you know, our baked items to see, you know, if going gluten-free would be a big issue. And ultimately came down me serving gluten every day. I was constantly sick, but no one was noticing that our product had changed. So we ultimately had to change over so that I could continue working as I do.
Yeah. That's interesting.
You mentioned just on the side here, because you are famous for your breakfast sandwiches, and they have like a scrambled egg twist. Is that it?
Yeah,
that's.
I stirred the pot. I stirred the pot, and we only do scrambled. We do not make fried egg sandwiches. Modifications because it is only me in the kitchen. I don't have a flat top, which a lot of breakfast spots do. I do everything in pans. So if I did fried egg sandwiches, it would take me about like an hour to get 3 orders out by myself. So we streamlined it, scrambled only. I've ruffled a lot of feathers saying scrambled only, but
people get like crazy about that. They're like so protective of the way they want their. I think it's much worse for breakfast. It's like it has to be, the egg has to be on the left. It's like, no, it doesn't. Just turn the plate around, you know?
had a lot of people that were like, this isn't, the New Jersey breakfast sandwich. And I'm like, well, we're not an ordinary breakfast sandwich spot. So
You're also famous for your tapas.
yes.
Which to me that's great. You host tapas nights, you host private events.
Yep.
Yeah, tell us about those. I mean, I love a good tapas. I think and private events, obviously, especially on the smaller side, these micro weddings that they're popular. So tell us what you offer with that.
So our tapas nights started out with Spanish influence, but have moved more into I focus on local ingredients, whatever I can get from my local produce companies, and wherever I travel. So the menu, every time you come to tapas, the menu is different. I'll bring back favorite dishes. And so those menus are all, custom to every time you come visit us. Reservation only for tapas.
Yes.
And then our private events are also served tapas style, shared dishes. But I customize the menu for you. So if you say, I hate seafood, you're not going to have seafood on your menu. Or if you're, gluten-free or you're vegan. Right now, I'm actually working on a gluten-free vegan wedding. So I take your requests and I build a menu for you, and then we go back and forth on it of what you might like, what you might not, and that's how you get a custom menu. No one else will have that menu.
We talk all the time about cocktail hour being the most fun part of any event, of any wedding. This is like a big, fat, fabulous cocktail hour. What a great way to do a wedding.
I think so. I think so. That the micro wedding. So tell us, how many people can you host for private events?
So for private events, if you wanted a seated event, we suggest 25 as the max so that you're comfortable. We can also do a standing up event, which is actually what we did for our wedding at the cafe. And those, about 50 is comfortable. If you book us during nice weather, there's tables outside that your guests can go sit at and enjoy the evening, enjoy their food and wine. We are BYOB. We do not have a liquor license.
And again, that's budget friendly.
It is budget friendly.
Very budget friendly. Yep. We don't do upcharges on weddings. So.
Oh, okay, great.
Yep.
Perfect.
So we're friendly for someone who really wants to watch their budget. And have an intimate evening that isn't, like pigs in the blanket, even though those are delicious, that's not what we do. You're going to get something very unique with us.
I think it sounds great.
It's a beautiful room, too. It's beautifully decorated. And I want to tell our listeners that your Instagram page is actually True Salvage Kitchen, correct?
Yes. We did change it over to True Salvage Kitchen when we went gluten-free, just to encompass more of, we're not just a cafe. We're doing the tapas, we're doing private events, we do holiday catering. Perfect for like if you want to, grab a cake or, couple dishes for your family and you're gluten-free or they're gluten-free and you need an option that's safe. We have that.
I think your desserts look really beautiful too. I always notice your desserts when you post them. It's like, oh, I could have one of those like right this minute. Yeah.
On your Instagram page, I think the listeners, they can get a sense, they can see some beautiful pictures. You have a private events tab, a catering, a tapas.
Yep.
tab, and you can get there's some pretty pictures of events, party time, and the tables and the setup. I wanted to mention that. So if anybody's wondering what it looks like, head over to True Salvage Kitchen and check out those tabs for some.
Yeah, the pictures are very helpful. It really gives you a sense of what the space looks like.
Yeah. Yeah. The space changes drastically from daytime to tapas or to a private event. People are always shocked. We'll have like a regular cafe customer book a private event, and they're so used to how it feels during the day when they walk in for a private event. They're really blown away because we set up like a little bar, and there's flowers and the table, and it's a very different ambiance.
It's very
for
sweet.
the events. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I just love it, and I've known you for a while, and
Yep.
I'm so happy that that you're taking off and you've grown in a completely different way. But it seems like you're busy and offering something that people really can enjoy. I love the tapas idea too. I do.
Oh, you know what I think of with the tapas, I like especially if you're having a smaller get together, but like what do you call it? The bridal, what you do before the
the rehearsal dinner. The rehearsal dinner, Andrea. What's wrong with
rehearsal dinner, or also when the girls get together before the bridal party and the rehearsal dinner, things like that. And also, we do a fair share of baby blessings. I see the space as a baby blessing space too. You know.
Oh, that would be so fun, wouldn't it?
Beautiful.
We've done quite a few. These are actually my favorite events to plan. Surprise proposals. It's working with the soon to be fiance, hopefully. Planning out how to get her there and surprise her and get all the guests on board and not like have her see everybody. And then, putting together this whole evening to celebrate them. Those are always my favorites. So like when I get the email of, I want to plan a proposal, I'm like, yes, please.
There's even a picture of a proposal happening on Instagram. I love that. Yeah. And you really see the decorations in your venue, in your restaurant there. I love that roof, the tin roof.
And I think it's fun too that people can actually come there for a tapas night and see what their wedding might look like. Taste all the food, but see how it does change from your daytime space to your nighttime space.
Yeah,
absolutely. I always suggest to people that have not been like a regular for either our daytime or tapas to join us for a tapas before booking an event.
Yeah.
Just so you get an idea of what it's like and, how the food's going to come out, because it's going to come out very similar for your event. Where we aren't like a steak and potato kind of sit down dinner kind of place. We stick to the sharing, because that is one of the things that we love, is the sharing of food with your loved ones. And you don't get that with you have the chicken and you have the steak dinner kind of menu.
Yes. I think it's a great gathering for the bachelorette party. I think the days of going out and really getting crazy have turned into a gathering with your friends. Grab some bottles of wine, some tapas. How far in advance do people have to reserve this? You said obviously things like that are reservation only. So how far in advance should people be booking their private events or their gathering to tapas night out?
So private events, I suggest reaching out at minimum a month. 2 months is the best.
Right.
Tapas, I announce the month prior on our Instagram on the first Wednesday of the month prior.
Okay.
And those reservations generally sell out within a day.
Yeah, I bet. And you're in such a great area too, because you're kind of tucked away, like almost kind of by yourself. I feel like people probably think you're an undiscovered gem, except there's people who probably come there every day for breakfast.
Yeah. we are definitely on the undiscovered gem territory.
Well, you may be surprised when once this hits the airwaves in the worldwide listen to New Jersey wedding podcast, you could be very surprised. So, no, it's delightful. I think it's lovely, and the space is very pretty, and the food looks gorgeous. Did you find for yourself that there was like a hard, was it hard to transition from being not gluten-free to being gluten-free?
I wasn't nervous at all because like kind of with my health and life hanging on it, it was just I had to make the decision. And so many of our customers know us so well that they're just like, we don't care. We know the food will be good no matter what.
It's gonna be good. Yeah.
So we definitely have a very committed fan base, and our gluten-free fan base is now growing. And, the celiac community definitely needs a spot that they feel safe. And to be that spot, we are so proud to be that spot of safety.
Yeah. Well, I think it's really interesting too. We have there's a vegan caterer that we both know and we both worked with, and as just in casual conversations, I'd be like, well, I'm doing this wedding with this caterer, and people are like, well, what's the food? They think you're going to be eating twigs, and it's like you would never notice. I mean, I stayed a little bit longer. I don't usually stay very long, but I stayed a little bit longer because I kind of wanted to see what the food was going to be like. And I mean, the hors d'oeuvres were like amazing. And I don't know that these people even told any of their guests that it was going to be, a special kind of menu. Cause I mean, a portobello mushroom steak comes to you like, I'm going to eat it. I don't care what it's made out of. I think it's kind of, sometimes it's a little sneaky, but I think that's a real testament to your talent. I really do.
Yeah, sometimes you got to sneak it in. And
look over there.
Yep. We'll ask you, do you have any food allergies? And then, oh, here's this. Oh, by the way, it's gluten-free. It usually, then we have someone coming back because we got them.
Yeah.
It's a real talent to be able to cook gluten-free in so many dishes. I've tried to do gluten-free, and it's very hard. Gluten is added to everything.
It's everything. Yep.
Think of. So I guess and how has that gone for you? Have you found it easy? I mean, you're a chef. I'm not. To incorporate it. Is it easy now that you've been doing it?
It's easy for me because it's just, as a chef, I have to be aware constantly of food allergies and, how to read labels. Right. So if, getting a celiac diagnosis couldn't have happened to, a better person for it, because I'm already prepared, and I'm prepared to, know how to protect my customers. I read every label of every product that comes into my establishment before I serve it.
Well, you have a personal stake in it too, which I think, kind of undergirds your commitment to the whole endeavor.
Absolutely.
I have a question for you. How did you pick your name, and what does that name mean to you? I've been wondering that since I met you.
So my name is Danish, and it was my mother's decision. She's Danish. She actually lives in Denmark. And it is, it means victorious in all battles.
Oh, I kind of like that.
So, yeah.
I was actually talking about True Salvage, but that's pretty interesting too.
Yeah. And that's great for your Victorious Kitchen. Yeah.
Can't have a better name for that.
So True Salvage, that was my father. He has a salvage company, and a lot of, like when they tear down like old buildings, he would go in and take out the wood and that kind of stuff that was salvageable. And he just liked the name. And pretty much everything in the cafe is salvaged, like the tables he made, the floor he made, the counters, everything.
Oh, that's so cool.
The wood floor is beautiful.
Yep. He made that by hand. So
wow. Oh, yeah. That's really sweet. And now I'm like scrolling down and there'll be a corner of something that's like, okay, now I know what she's talking about. Oh, that's so cool. You're like New Jersey's own urban architecture. I kind of love it. I like it.
Yeah, a lot of people walk in very confused. They're like, is this the cafe? And we're like, yeah, this is the cafe.
It's very sweet. It's very sweet. I like it. Well, do you have anything else you want to spill today? Now we know the big things, but anything little coming up that you might want to tell us about?
So definitely follow us on Instagram because we post
sure.
Our hours change because we do a lot of private events and tapas. So definitely follow us for updates for future tapas and to book your private event. We are going to be rolling out a new concept called Noche de la Cena, and that is going to be a supper club night.
Cool.
And those will be themed nights like a vegan night or Italian, Danish, all these things that have interested me. And it'll have more of a cohesive concept versus the tapas, which is just focused on the local ingredients.
I think that sounds like fun. Well, you know what? You have a great canvas to play with, and it's terrific that you can grow and experiment, and it's clearly being successful for you. Listen, I've been in catering. It is not easy, and you're making you're making a wonderful job out of it. So
I can't wait to stop in and try out some of your food, local, fresh ingredients,
women owned.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
My husband is there. He's the front, so you get to meet him. He's the nice person. I'm the one in the back.
That's so funny.
And I want to tell our listeners that we will be putting a link to True Salvage Cafe is the website, and True Salvage Kitchen is the Instagram. And so we'll be putting a link to both of those so you can click right on them and go right to them. I highly suggest looking at the Instagram. I love the photos. You get beautiful for it. And
I do that all.
Yeah. Just don't do it in the morning like we are now because you'll be like starving.
I'm doing it at like 3 a.m. right before, like while I'm baking and everything, I'm doing Instagram and
it's very effective.
Yeah. It's the best advertisement to get across what you do, right? Instagram. But sometimes I come back from a wedding and like either that night or the next day because to post the pictures from the wedding, I'm like, oh, now I got to sit down and do this, But it's a great way to share what you do, and your Instagram.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very, very fluid, very fun. Right.
All right. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
It was wonderful to talk to you again, and I hope to see you soon. Have a great day. Well, it's probably not a day off, but a day not in the kitchen physically cooking.
Not in the kitchen today.
Okay. Fantastic. Enjoy it.
I will.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
This podcast is brought to you by New Jersey wedding officiant Andrea Pertel, owner of For This Joyous Occasion Officiating Services.
And Celia Milton, owner of NJ Vows Now, also New Jersey Wedding Officiating Services. We're up in North Jersey and Andrea is down in Central and South Jersey. So together we cover the whole state, don't we?
Yes.